Hi everyone, I hope you're doing super well. There will be no fancy open with a lot of AI generated cool graphics like normal, and that is because I am sick. I came back from Mexico. My last video, as you guys saw, was hands down one of the coolest trips I've ever been on, and I saw so many beautiful plants. I wouldn't have traded it for the world, even knowing we came back with like a virus, norovirus, and it has been awful, awful, so awful. But I felt the need to want to do a video based off of like, what do you do when you have a large plant collection, but you're under the weather and really can't take care of them? So that's going to be the focus of this video. And I hope that it can help some of you folks out who might find yourself in the same situation. Fortunately, I feel like I'm on the back end of it now, but you can still hear to my voice lots of coughing and mucus. I know it's really really sexy kind of stuff, over the last couple of days. But man, oh man, the aches and all that stuff, not too pleasant. I had never experienced the norovirus before, but I can tell you with my experience with it, I have had 3 bouts with COVID over the last couple of years, and the flu once before. This knocked me out worse than any of those. And I found myself, since returning over a week ago, that I have not been able to really do any care with my plants. I think I've watered like 7 plants total. I got my King Anthurium watered today, which I desperately needed to do, so I was really grateful for that. So, here are some tips if you ever find yourself in this boat where you are sick and you just can't take care of your large plant collection. We're going to start with prioritization. When it comes to prioritizing, consider factors such as the plant's water needs, light requirements, and susceptibility to stress. Plants that prefer consistently moist soil or those located in brighter light may require more immediate action. Make a list or mark plants that need priority care. Next up, delegate. When asking for help, provide clear instructions on how to care for each plant. Specify watering frequency, light requirements, and any special considerations such as fertilization or pest control. Consider leaving a note or creating a care guide for easy reference. Consolidate. Grouping plants with similar care needs together can simplify maintenance. For example, place plants that require frequent watering in the same area and those that prefer low light conditions in another. This allows caretakers to focus on specific care routines more efficiently. Reduce watering. Overwatering is a common issue that can lead to root rot and other problems. Before watering, check the soil moisture by inserting your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Otherwise, wait until the soil dries out more. Consider using a moisture meter also for more accurate readings. This next one is a big one that has really been helping me out a lot, and that is increasing the amount of humidity in your living space. What I do is use a room humidifier, many of them, to maintain consistent humidity levels. Let me tell you, this has helped me out a lot, knowing that my plants do need watering, but having that high humidity has really made a huge difference. Adjust lighting. Plants sensitive to direct sunlight may benefit from being moved to a slightly shadier location temporarily. Monitor the light levels in different areas of your home throughout the day to determine the best placement for each plant. Consider using sheer curtains or blinds to filter intense sunlight if necessary. Minimize stress. Avoid unnecessary disturbances to your plants while you're unwell. Refrain from repotting, pruning, or moving them unless absolutely necessary. Stress can weaken plants' immune systems, making them more susceptible to disease and pests. Just like yourself, you want to minimize the stress. This next one is something that I did while I was in Mexico, and that was having a plant sitter. A plant sitter can really make a big difference in coming in to take care of your plants, but when you're in a situation like I am right now where you're not feeling well, you don't want to have that person come into your environment where you are, risking them getting sick. But if you can and can leave your home or apartment or wherever you live, it's always a good idea to bring in a plant sitter. Fortunately, my plant sitter, Pedro, who's awesome, took really good care of my plants while I was gone, made sure that they were all watered and healthy and all that good stuff. So it hasn't been as challenging as I thought it would be, fortunately. Adjusting the temperature is another good idea. Ensure that the temperature of your home remains within the suitable range for your plants. Avoid exposing them to extreme cold or heat, especially if you're unable to monitor indoor temperatures regularly. Inspect for pests. Take the time, if you can get up and move around, to inspect your plants for any signs of pest infestations. If you notice any pests, try to address the issue promptly with insecticidal soap or other appropriate treatments. This, of course, if you have the energy to do so. But if you don't, try as hard as you can to isolate that plant, move it away from others. Limit fertilization. While you're unwell, it's best to avoid fertilizing your plants, as they may not be actively growing and could be more sensitive to fertilizer salts. Communicate with caregivers if you're able to have one come over. Provide clear instructions to anyone helping you care for your plants, including information about watering frequency, light requirements, and any specific concerns or issues to watch for. Prepare for emergencies. Have a plan in place for unexpected situations such as power outages or severe weather events that could impact your ability to care for your plants. Also, why not utilize some of those plan apps? I know that they're not always the best, but consider using the ones that provide reminders and guidance on plant care tasks. Some apps allow you to track watering schedules and receive notifications when it's time to water or perform other maintenance tasks. This last one is probably the most important one. Focus on your own health. Don't stress out about your plants and the neglect that might be happening at that point. A lot of these different species and genus will bounce back. The fact of the matter is, you need to be healthy first in order for your plants to be healthy. And once you do get back into that groove of feeling fine and being able to take care of your plants, gradually bring your plants back into that same routine that you were so used to having them be in. You don't want to just kind of bring them all about and give them fertilization and everything else right away, because that could bring shock to them. So make sure you take it slow, just as you should do for yourself. Trust me, I have been sitting on my couch watching more TV than I think I ever have in my life over the last week, thinking to myself, oh man, these plants, I feel so bad for them. But I quickly had to brush that thought out of my mind just so I could focus on my own recovery and starting to feel a lot better, which is the good news. And then I can start to take care of my babies here. A lot of them are doing really well still, and a few of them that I know that I'm trying to get to when those little bursts of energy happen. So if you've ever been in this boat before, I'm sure that you can understand exactly how stressful of a situation this can be. And I'm curious to know in the comments below, share any other advice that you folks might have. And in the meantime, I hope that you guys are doing well, because there's so many different bugs going around right now across the globe. And, we're going to get them eventually. It's just like our plants. We need to take care of them, but first, ourselves. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.